Welcome back, everybody. Today we are doing something a little bit different. We're going to be reacting to the Northwest Division NBA jerseys. So we've got the Denver Nuggets, old Colorado. So this is going to be the icon and association jerseys. One thing I kind of liked about these is one says Nuggets, one says Denver. So like, even though they're like a very similar jersey, you know, there's a little bit of variation to them that way. What? Also kind of interesting, they have the wishbone
collar.
Yeah.
So where does the Nuggets come from? Why are they the Denver Nuggets?
Named in honor of Colorado's mining history, specifically the gold rush era where miners sought gold nuggets.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because like we can react to the design as much as we can, but they're so limited on what they can do for their apparel guidelines. Like the NBA, they have very limited specs on how big the logos have to be, how big numbers have to be.
Well, what's interesting is like the icon and association jerseys are kind of like pretty plain, you know, there's nothing really to them, but I feel like they also just look kind of cool because they are just like,
yeah, they're very
solid color. You kind of get the pop from like Nuggets or Denver there.
For sure.
But yeah, they are pretty plain. Like some of the other jerseys I saw, you know, even though they're like one full color, they'll still have like some kind of stripe on the side or something like that.
I really want to know if the people in Colorado, if you guys like the wishbone collars or not.
Oh yeah.
I want to know how much of the NBA, honestly, in general, likes wishbone collars.
Unique.
It is kind of interesting how they chose the colors for the Nuggets being bright red. Like I would have reversed it. I would have done Denver on that side, Nuggets on the other one.
In like red on the blue and then yellow on the white.
Man, that would be pretty cool.
I think that would have been better, in my opinion.
I thought that the City Edition jersey was actually super cool.
It's very unique.
Yeah, I like it too.
So they used a rainbow kind of pattern in there. They're paying homage to some of the rainbow jerseys they did like back in the day, like the 70s or something. I guess the idea behind it is like the sunset in Denver.
They got rainbow sunsets in Denver?
Rainbow sunset.
What?
Yeah. I honestly thought it looked more like a thermograph, like a weather thermograph, you know, especially on the side there.
Very much does.
It does, actually.
So yeah, that's another thing. On the City Edition, it has 5,280, which is a mile, and Denver is a mile above sea level.
Oh wow, yeah. That's actually really cool.
That is, yeah.
Another thing too is on the last two, they had the wishbone collar. The Statement has the round collar, and the City has the V collar.
Yeah, looks like they used all of them. I'm curious to know what sales did, like which one was the most popular.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Does anybody in the comments know like which sold the most? I'm gonna definitely go with the City one. I like the City one a lot.
Totally agree. And my favorite's for sure the City one. That thermograph or rainbow pattern, whatever it is they want to call it, I think is really cool.
I like that Statement one. I like the round shape it has, and then, you know, throwback to the NBA logo video that we did, it has those sparkle stars that we can decide what they were, but that's incorporated. Yeah. That's like part of their logo. It's incorporated. I think that's cool.
Alrighty, the champions, Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma.
What do you guys think of these jerseys here?
I like the colors a lot. That blue and orange and white. It's very nice. Very complimentary.
What you guys think of the Loves logo? Let's find a sponsor that will go along with our colors. They definitely found a sponsor that goes along with their colors, I think.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I do think I like the colors a little bit on it.
City and Statement. Whoa, that one looks so cool.
Which one?
That like broken text.
Yeah, that looks super sick.
Cool.
Very orange.
Yeah, there's a lot of orange, but I mean, you don't see a lot of orange, you know? Nobody likes orange.
I want to show you another picture of that City jersey though. So the City jersey, it has like graffiti down the side of it.
Really? Wow.
The graffiti is kind of cool.
I definitely like these colors a little bit more than the last ones.
Yeah.
I think that like darker blue, for sure.
With that yellow for sure.
It looks a lot like the Denver
Nuggets.
honestly.
But yeah, I actually think there wasn't a lot of good feedback from people about these jerseys.
Really?
So, yeah, I think a lot of people actually didn't like them.
Yeah, that graffiti idea sounds really cool. But yeah, I thought that with like these, there would be more like stuff going on maybe in like the background, you know, like a pattern or something like that, like going on in the background.
That's Oklahoma for you. Good on them for winning the championship. Let's rank the Thunder Oklahoma City ones. Which one's your favorite?
I like the statement one.
I like the city one, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, just because the graffiti on the side is super cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I go with the statement one too. That text is really cool. And the Utah Jazz. So these are like their icon association jerseys, which I actually really liked these. They kind of have that really cool, like kind of gradient look with the kind of mountains in the background.
It's cool they did it in stripes like that too, and not just a actual gradient.
Exactly. I think the stripes are a little bit more effective. I think it looks a little bit more cool.
That's a
that typeface is super
a little bit
sick,
more
too,
cool.
No, I love these ones. These are really cool.
Yeah.
Super unique.
Yeah.
They definitely coordinate it with it really well. Just complementary colors are so good.
Yeah, they stand out a lot.
And like when they wear the jerseys too, that like shape on there of those mountains, like kind of fits the body really well too. So I think they must have had that in mind as well.
It follows that like Z pattern a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
With how you read things, because the Utah part is so unbalanced. If it was just blank, adding that number kind of right there really helps it.
Yeah, I like that they've kind of gone back to these purple colors too. I feel like it represents Utah a little bit more, which I think they even kind of said in like the little description about like the jerseys and stuff, that they wanted to bring purple back to the Utah Jazz a little bit more prominently, and then also kind of the mountain shape too. So
We like those mountains here, don't we?
we do like them mountains. So you got the city edition on the right, which it's funny we were talking about the gradient thing, because this one has just a full gradient.
And I'm disappointed.
Which when I first saw it, I was like kind of, you know, a little bit intrigued.
It is cool. It doesn't go edge to edge like the other one though. It's kind of just like a block.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
And it kind of goes back to like how it looks when somebody's wearing it too. I feel like that kind of cutoff actually looks better. And I think the gradient looks a little bit better too when you have like a close-up of like the jersey from far away, and on a screen it looks a little weird, I think. But yeah, so the city edition, they actually kind of inspired it from a previous jersey back in the day. They've kind of modernized it a little bit. The one thing that was interesting on the other ones too is like inside the Utah is actually like a two-tone, where on the city edition it's just the single white. Which I kind of like that two-tone look a little bit more. I think of all of these though, I think the black one is my favorite.
Is it?
It's kind of funny because it has like the Utah note, which is, you know, obviously not our favorite Utah Jazz logo.
Yeah.
But I think the colors look really cool. The gradient's a little bit more subtle in the mountains, and then you kind of have that like gradient purple on the side.
I think it's kind of nice that the purple's just a little bit more subtle.
My favorite is definitely gonna be the icon one. I like that one.
Yeah.
The Jazz icon, yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Yeah, that one I think does a very good job of showing who Utah Jazz is.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of pretty much all of them, but the statement one with the black, I just really like that color scheme. Yeah, it makes a real good statement.
All right, the Blazers.
Blazers.
All right, the Blazers.
Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
We were talking about how cool their logo was in the last video.
Yeah, I know. We did talk about them last time. I think their jerseys are pretty cool.
Yeah, they kind of matched kind of the idea of what we were thinking of what they should do for their jerseys.
Yeah. You'll notice that like tie-dye strip right there up on the shoulder of the 32.
Yeah.
They wear it in memory of Bill Walton.
Awesome.
That was his number 32.
Okay.
He died last May, actually. It's kind of sad. Yeah, you notice their colors, just, I guess, usual Portland colors. I don't know. I couldn't really find anything special about the colors. I'm assuming the red is supposed to be the Portland Roses. I'm not sure about that white and that gray, though.
Yeah, I think they're clean. I like the
stripe.
Yeah, stripe. I wish they did 5 stripes.
Yeah.
It would have been cooler if they did 5 stripes.
Yeah, they got like 2.5.
Put too many stripes on there, you're playing rugby now.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Whoa.
I know. They got some cool ones. I love the statement.
Yeah, that thing.
Stripes on the side. Oh, also, so they call their logo the pinwheel, I guess. I don't know if we talked about that.
Oh, no.
But yeah, they call it a pinwheel. I guess you don't really see very many NBA logos that actually have like the team's logo on it.
Yeah, you
or
don't.
NBA jerseys that have the team's logo on it. So that's like kind of unique because of that.
What is it?
The Jazz one had it with the
Jasmine did have it.
the
You're right.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just the one.
Just the one with the note. Also, the city jersey. I love the city jersey too, because you'll notice those like subtle small boxes in there.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a flannel,
Ah.
right?
Oh.
Keep
Okay.
Portland flannel.
Keep
That's
Portland
pretty
plaid.
cool, right?
Okay.
Keep Portland plaid.
Is there just a red stripe on the one side?
According to my sources, yes.
What does Rip City mean?
Was the team's radio announcer would say Rip City, all right? Like it's just like a nickname that came from their radio play-by-play announcer.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we decide which one's our favorite? I would definitely pick the black Rip City one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the red
Okay.
statement jerseys.
Yeah, I love the plaid. Very close, but I think we have to go with the statement jersey too. Just those stripes on the side and the fact that it has the logo, I think just makes it such a sweet jersey.
And one thing I've kind of noticed, like with, and maybe on some other jerseys too, but like on the collars, it's the same color as the jersey. Like even like the seams like around the arms are the same color as the jersey. I know a lot of them you'll see like different stripes going through like the neck collar. But it looks really cool, like all solid like that.
Yeah. Minnesota Timberwolves.
Pretty straightforward.
I know. I don't love their jerseys. They're kind of plain. Like their Wolves font, it looks like lemon milk. You know?
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't look like a special font.
They're pretty straightforward. I don't think they, if anything, they're super symmetrical, which is in balance.
Yeah, that's true.
which is nice.
Yes, they are very balanced.
One thing I do kind of like is how the top section is like a color. Then you almost have like a little spot for the logos to go, like the Nike,
Yeah.
and
What
then
if they had a
and then you
tall
have that
logo?
bar underneath.
When we're always printing, and there's like if we're printing on Travis Matthew shirts, I feel like we're always like, all right, let's line it up straight, and it's super difficult. That line definitely makes it easier.
Yeah, that probably.
Yeah, right.
All right. So yeah, you got city on the left, statement on the right.
Interesting.
And you'll notice the statement one is it's inverted, you know, like the other ones were white with
Green.
lighter colors. Yeah, this one's like a dark jersey with light printed onto it, which that was on purpose. Just to contrast what they already had, you know, make it stand out even more. And then you'll notice on the city one, that like coloration pattern towards the top, supposed to represent some icy lakes
Okay.
out there in Minnesota.
I really love the city jersey. I think it's really cool. It's just bugging me how off. It's like, it's not like super far off. It's just like a little off. It's like, oh, just center it, please.
I do wish that gradient kind of ran throughout it more, you know?
Yeah.
Like
The texture of the ice.
yeah, it's just very subtle there at the top.
It's funny. It like reminds me of like the background of a computer shop
Yeah,
in, like,
I know.
2002.
Yeah.
I really like the gray one though. I like
Oh,
how in
that
the
one.
Timberwolves, like the center of the M and the V come down past that baseline.
Supposed to be fangs.
Ah, I see it.
My favorite is definitely going to be the city jersey. I think most of these my favorites are going to be the city jersey. I do wish they brought that ice texture down further. I think that would be cool.
What would you say, like half and half, 3/4?
It's just a lot of white.
Just past zeros.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I wish they
Like 1/3, top third.
I'm gonna have to go with the statement jersey.
Yeah.
I think it's very unique, and compared to the other ones, I think it's a big step up.
Yeah, I'd agree. Like that dark color with that like bright green, I think looks really cool. And I could see them all playing in that, and yeah, just looking really slick.
Fly.
Yeah, really slick.
Out of all the jerseys, my favorite was definitely the city jersey from Denver. That one was super cool. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I would say either that Denver one or the Jazz statement one, the black with the purple.
I'm gonna have to go with the Portland Trailblazers statement jersey. I think that red really pops, and that contrast with the black, I think just looks great.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
This was our review on the Northwest Division. Please like and subscribe. If you guys want to comment down below what your guys' favorite jersey was as well, and please let us know what other jerseys you'd like us to react to.